Hello students, good morning to you. How are you? I hope you all okay. And today we will continue our chapter 6 of class 11, that is anatomy of flowering plants. In our last class we have studied about secondary growth in dicot stems. In this class we will study about secondary growth in dicot roots. As we know, there is no secondary growth occurs in monocot stem like this. Secondary growth also doesn't take place in monocot roots, only in dicot roots. Why dicot roots? Because the dicot plants have long lifespan, due to which cambial activities occurs and secondary development of the root occurs, means the root grows in girth or radius. The secondary growth in stem is exactly the secondary growth of root, means there is no difference between the growth of roots and the growth of stem in case of secondary development. Still, let's look at some quick views about the secondary growth in dicot roots. You can see the diagram. If we cut a transverse section of root, we can see these parts. The first outer layer is called epidermis, as in case of leaf, in case of stem, and in case of root also the outer layer is called epidermis. Then just below the epidermis, as we know, cortex is present, like in case of stems. Then here you can see the diagram. Here the structure is something different from dicot stem. You can see the diagram. This is primary phloem. This is primary phloem. You can see the phloem are towards the periphery. And here this is primary phloem. This is another structure. If we see the transverse section of root in regular intervals of their growth period, then we can see this is first initially formed, this is latter form, then sequence C and B. These are the sequences how secondary growth occurs in root. So in first sequence we can see epidermis, cortex, primary phloem, cambial ring which is formed between the xylem and phloem, then endodermis. As we know, this is the inner layer of any cell. So next, this part is called your pericycle, and inside pericycle pith is present, but here we can't see the pith. We can see the pericycle inside which xylem is present, that is called protoxylem. As we know, protoxylem is initially formed, and when meristematic activity occurs in protoxylem, it goes through or it converted into metaxylem. So here this is protoxylem. You can see the diagram and the level parts: epidermis, cortex, primary phloem, cambium ring, then your endodermis, pericycle and protoxylem. The next diagram here represents exactly the same, but the difference is first layer epidermis, second layer cortex, third layer your vascular cambium. Vascular cambium means the cambium which form in or around vascular bundles. Then this is secondary phloem. Why this is secondary phloem? Here primary phloem is present. It goes through meristematic activity, means cell division occurs, and converts the primary phloem into secondary phloem. This is secondary phloem. You can see the diagram. This part is secondary phloem, and here this part is secondary phloem. Then the primary xylem still need to divide and still need to go through meristematic activity. So here primary xylem is present. This primary xylem further divides to form secondary xylem, and the primary phloem which we see in the first two diagrams, and in third diagram, in fourth diagram we can see that secondary phloem rays are formed, means the rays are crossed or intersects to the phloems. So let's see again. This is epidermis, like in these three diagrams, the outer layer epidermis. Then this is primary phloem. Primary phloem means initially formed phloem. Then here is the secondary phloem, means when the cambial ring formed, it divides the phloem into primary and secondary, due to which here is the primary phloem and here is the secondary phloem. Clear students? Next is annual ring is formed between the xylem. You can see phloem and xylem get meristematic activity, means when secondary growth takes place in roots, both in phloem and xylem, meristematic activities can seen. Again I am telling you, meristematic activity means dividing capacity of vascular bundles. Clear? So phloem goes through meristematic activity and primary phloem converted into secondary phloem. Exactly for xylem. Xylem goes through meristematic activity and primary xylem converts into secondary xylem. So strips join to form a cambial ring undergo divisions and produces secondary phloem on its outer side and secondary xylem on its inner side. Means when the vascular bundle divides after formation of ring, then what happen here? The divisions and produce secondary phloem on its outer side. Means outer side form is secondary phloem. You can see this part is secondary phloem towards outside and this is secondary xylem towards inside. Clear, students? So secondary protective tissues are formed that replace epidermis. Gradually, as we know, the roots get hardened. How get hardened? Because of protective layers are formed. They replace the epidermis. Epidermis is the thin outer layer. When cell division occurs, the epidermis get converted into mature or secondary protective tissue. We can say it as barks. In case of stem, we can say it as barks, or in case of root, we can say it as root covers, which covers the root. This is exactly, there is no so much difference between stem and root, exactly same as stems, but the difference in the diagram you can see, this is xylem, this is also xylem, but their structure in regular interval changes. Means this part represent phloem, the outer part means the part towards periphery represent phloem, and the part towards center represents xylem. In this way, medullary rays are formed and the ring intersect the primary xylem and makes it as secondary xylem after division. Same for phloem also. Phloem also divides to form primary phloem and primary xylem. So the next topic is different type of woods. Different type of woods. As we know, wood means in Hindi we can say it as lakdi, which is called as lakdi. If we cut a plant, we see different shaded colors, different colors. Suppose this is a wood log. If we cut, we can see like this. Many annual rings are formed here. So how they are formed? The wood is divided into two types. One is your spring wood and another is your autumn wood. Clear? Why this is called spring wood and why this is called autumn wood? Because the activity of or cambium activity occurs in spring season. Means the rings are maximum formed, means maximum activities, dividing activities seen in the spring season. As we know, in spring season many plants start growing rapidly. So during this season the wood shows the activities. They are called as spring wood. And what is their function? In spring season, cambium is very active and produces a large number of xylem elements. Xylem elements means actually what happens, the xylem which present towards the inner side is more thick and forms narrow vessels. More thick and narrow vessels. But in case of spring wood, the more deposition of xylem elements makes the wood for dividing quicker and grow very soon or very quick. As this wood is formed in spring, so this is called spring wood, or we can say as early wood. Simply, if you are getting confused, you can remember the wood that is formed during spring is called spring wood, and the wood which is formed during autumn or winter is called autumn wood. This is lighter in color. Spring wood is lighter in color, but autumn wood is darker in color. Clear? Darker in color. This is lighter in color and this is darker in color. This is the main difference which we can say that. And spring wood have lower density when compared to autumn wood. Spring wood has the difference. We are here noticing it. Density is less density, we can say, in the spring wood, but in case of autumn wood the density is high. Means